whilst the growth of the squad is really important, so too are the results, as you know better than anybody. How do you close that gap, Johan, now that you've made it to the semi-finals? But it does seem like the Premiership at the moment has a top two, and they are, frankly, quite a long way out in front. How do you shut that gap?
Well, I think the first thing that will help is consistency in our squad. You know, when I came, even in the first year, there was still between the first and the second year, there was quite a number of changes of personnel. So this year is less, there's only a few players coming in. So hopefully through that consistency in the squad, that will bring, like we just said, you're building a culture, you're building an environment, you're building trust. And hopefully, because if you look at Exeter and Saracens, you know, there must be a massive trust factor, ability that they trust each other, they know what they stand for, and I think it just puts them apart when it comes to those pressure games. Then obviously the experience that they've picked up by playing in playoffs, playing in finals together as a group. So that's the part, you know, that we have to get to. We can't, and I know it's going to be a bit of a pressure what I say now, but we can't get to playoffs only once every 6, 7, 8 years, because your squad will rotate, you will almost lose that continuity. We have to be there every year almost to really start challenging the likes of Saracens and Exeter. And then, you know, then it's the practical side. We have to get on the pitch, and we have to it showed on the weekend, they have to be making good decisions under pressure. We'll have to be better in the aerial contest that we saw with Saracens. We have to be obviously defensively stronger. So some of them are systems, some of them are individuals that we just need to practice. But as your combinations start getting better, as you get that consistency, hopefully all those things will get the gap eventually to closer.
And do you feel that there's a confidence and a belief amongst the players, or a growing one at least, that semi-finals and beyond is where they belong? Because I think at this club over the last 10, 15 years, they've had a patchy success, but it's never been sustained, and it's been, frankly, very up and down. So do you feel that there's a change in mentality now about believing that they actually belong at the top table?
I do believe that. I do believe the fact that we started to pick up away wins, the Harlequins away, Northampton away, Wasp away. Suddenly, I think there's a belief that, you know, you can compete against all the sides at all venues and stuff. And obviously, your home field, you have to make it as hard a place as anything. But, you know, I'm also conscious that the players must realize that everything you've achieved is only short-lived. You have to, unfortunately, you know, start with all the hard work again. And we've seen, you know, unfortunately with Newcastle and Leicester, two sides that was up there the previous year, suddenly, you know, you lose a few games, maybe pick up a few injuries, and things can change. But out of a belief, purely a belief, and hopefully the season that went past, some of the things that we achieved, you know, would put the players in a mindset that we can compete at this level, and that we will start at a decent platform.
And for you, Johan, Gloucester life, Cotswold life, Kingsholm life, I mean, do you feel like you're properly embedded now here?
Yeah, it's really a humbling experience, because, you know, when David and them saw me the first time, they said this is really a town where the rugby is the central of it, and it's, you know, it's when you're here only you start realizing what it means to Gloucester and the region here. And I realized it even more after Saturday. It was just amazing, the loyalty of the supporters. I mean, after the result wasn't a good result, we sat on top of the coach's box, and you look down the stadium, and all the people around the whole field was only Gloucester supporters. It was just amazing, and yeah, it's a great place. I enjoyed it. You know, enjoyed the fact that, you know, there's a lot of time for yourself, time for the family. The fact that there's less travelling, but I enjoy Gloucester. You know, it's definitely not the rush and the bustle of Johannesburg. And just the way the people has made me feel welcome. And then obviously what's great, you started to make friends outside of the rugby, and people that you start meeting. Yeah, so there's a lot of people I need to thank.
And if you had a message for the Gloucester fans as you sign on for a couple more years on top of the year that was already there on your contract? What would that message be?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I do believe that, you know, God's got a plan for all of us in our lives, and I trust that that was a big part why I'm here. You know, not just for on the field, but off the field, to see where I can be part of the journey here with the players and with the management, and to the supporters. You know, again, you know, first of all, I want to thank them for being loyal and supporting this side every game, and then second of all, they can, you know, I can't guarantee always wins, but what I want to say is that hopefully they'll see a side that will play with, you know, commitment and a lot of passion, and obviously to play to inspire every time, because we know we're representing not just ourselves and our families, but also a proud city, and we want to represent them as well as we can and make everybody proud of what we stand for.